crowds filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Second and 7. From the gun, it's Taylor. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Throwing now, Stewart. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 42. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First and 10, Taylor now. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. Going to go play action. Here's Stewart rolling to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. From the gun, it's Stewart. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Stewart sets to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football.
Another day.
And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Now that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover. Instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
PAT up and good by Rosas, and it's now 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to
on double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now a play fake. Lance.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stewart. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
On 1st down, Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Cordell Stewart. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Taylor. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Taylor again. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
2nd down and 8.
Throwing now is Lance. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball. You press, you put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Kamara try the right side. Finding some room at midfield. And down right around the 37.
52 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
To throw, it's Lance.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it.
And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
On first down, Lance.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the 16, Lance.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Second down at 5. Lance now to throw.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Lance looking to throw it. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Taylor.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. Oh, spinning, fighting through it. He's got space. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Myles Gaskin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives. And you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Stewart to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by Galladay. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On the handoff, this is Taylor. as he gets it to the 30.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2nd and 2. They run the counter. Taylor, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. On 3rd down, it's Taylor. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Play action. Stewart out to his left. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 75 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Going deep for Hopkins. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins. his second touchdown on the season.
And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for two.
They'll turn to Kamara.
And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And so they run it in on the two-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for two. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last two drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this, and all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The give to Taylor. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Play action. Stewart. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Stewart. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On 3rd down, Taylor.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Rosas' kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, They want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing on first down is Lance. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. He's going to let it fly. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And they'll go for it. Lance. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay there.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Rosas' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.